Welcome back to the channel, folks. Welcome back to another video about the 2020 Hellcat Redeye. And actually, today we're going to talk about me, which I'd rather do almost anything than talk about myself. But so many of you have wanted to know, have asked what I do for a living to afford all this stuff, and especially the Hellcat Redeye. And I feel like we've kind of all become, me and you, 12,280 something people have kind of built a relationship here where if you ask me a question, I'm going to try to answer it. And if I get no views on this video, that's totally cool. If I get a lot of views on this video, then clearly you all wanted to know this. So I'm going to share that with you. Sorry, we were out last week. We had a death in the family, lost our father-in-law, my father-in-law, my wife's dad, and that was a pretty sad week. So we're back on the horse and we're riding again, and we're back shooting videos. So of course I'm going to take you along with the family because that's what this channel is about. It's about being with the family, the most important things in the world, and not dwelling in the sadness or the negativity out in the universe. And I'm going to take you with us to dinner and then come back, shoot some video in the car, and talk about what I do for a living.
This is real life, little home, that's why I stayed down. I done came up off that boy, look what I made now. Like Nike, I just do this, ain't a game now. I try to get a job, but they turn me down. I know life ain't fair, that's why I don't play around. I know these niggas scamp as hell, that's why I don't go around. I know these bitches very well, they ain't gon' hold you down. So I'm out here on my lonely, getting money now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ain't no stopping now. I got guap now. Since I've been out, I'm on the top now. Rockstar now, I can't turn down, I can't turn down. I chose the life I'm living, out here trapping, getting it, turning work to bitches, always terrific. I tried to get a job, but I didn't get it, so I'm out here getting it. I chose the life I'm living, gold balls, bad balls.
So I want the video that we're gonna make to be really cool, like really awesome. Like we're part of it where he's talking. And then I was watching yesterday another video that Randy and Deborah gave me, incorporate some of that, so it's not just music with pictures. I want it to be like YouTube worthy. Like you would put it on your channel. That kind of good. Like where we really edit it.
What, you're gonna cry?
Huh?
Why'd you stop?
No, I'm not gonna cry. I already did my crying today.
And somehow I just said I'm just not going to lose. I'm not losing. I'm not gonna give up. And I'm just.
You've never given up.
No, but I was staring at the ceiling, experiencing a lot of internal stress. So
it is one of the most. It's one of your top qualities, and it's why, as much as you picked me and we had a kid, I picked you. And I tell everybody that. And no matter what, I know that you're going to get up every day. And you know that the guy I was engaged to before you was a and scared me to death because my dad, no matter what, my dad took good care of us. So I knew I didn't marry you because we were rich. I married you because I knew you'd sell oranges and flowers on the side of the freeway if you had to make sure me and Kendall didn't starve.
Right, but you slept with me because you thought I was rich.
No. I had no, in my defense, I had no idea what you did for a living. I did not know that your car cost what it cost. I didn't know any of that kind of stuff. So I knew that you were not poor, but I had no clue what you did. I had no clue how much money you made. I had no clue if you were nothing. You remember you never told me what you did, right? You just used to tell me don't worry about it.
I told you I was with the CIA. Our daughter's on her way home from hanging out with her friends. I'm gonna sit over here. When she comes up, I'm gonna scare the pee out of her. This should be hilarious. They're pulling in my driveway. Shit. on myself. Ouch. Alright. I'm gonna scare the crap out of her. This is gonna be great. They do it to me all the time. Oh, I got you so. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that, and if you fast forwarded to this section, that's cool too, no big deal. I get that not everybody wants to listen to my wife and I talk and all the family stuff, but figured I'll share it with you guys anyways, because so many of you have positively commented on that stuff. So let's get right into what I do for a living. And you just got to know, I know everybody says this, but I mean this, I really hate talking about myself, but literally every video, more and more people are asking out of curiosity, and I believe the curiosity comes from the fact that you want to know because you want to go do the same thing. There's so many people who aspire to go buy one of these Hellcats, and you know, when somebody gets it, and somebody who maybe looks like me, the average Joe, it's very curious, like, well, can I go do what you do and then get one of those things? We live in an aspirational society, which I love, and it drives people to want to achieve and grow and accomplish things and frankly buy stuff, which I love to do as well. So I'm going to be open with you all, but I can't just tell you this is what I do for a living and then everybody just go, well, I'll just go do that, because that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'll just tell you right up front, I'm a corporate executive at a large real estate company that services Orange County, Riverside County, and San Diego County, and I love it. But it's a national firm. It's a very large firm. I'm not going to get into where and everything else, because there are some really strange people on here that have said some really strange things, and I don't need them coming and messing with me. But bottom line, it's a big, great company, reputable company that I'm proud to be part of. And I didn't wake up one day and suddenly they said, hey, here, you get to go be a vice president. That didn't happen. Despite the fact that when my dad owned his plumbing company, I believed that when he took me to work with him at the summertime, that suddenly would make me into being the owner of his company. And he said, no, he put me in a pickup truck with some guys that were dirty before they went to work, and I worked like a dog for 10 hours and for a measly wage. And I came back and said, Dad, but you're the president. Can't I just come in and be the vice president? I'm your son, man. And he goes, no, you got to start where I started. And I said, where'd you start? He said, in sewer pipes, on my hands and knees, and I still go out there and do it, you know, often to this day. And I'm like, well, that sucks. And he says, son, I don't want you to be a plumber. This is a hard job. This is a hard life, no matter how you cut it. And thank goodness he's still alive, and we respect him tremendously. He took great care of our family, working really hard in a really hard job. So, but I decided I would join the Air Force and go be an air traffic controller, so I did that. Here's the short version. I joined the Air Force at 17 and a half. They gave me 6 months of delayed enlistment. I went in in 1988, and my mom said, you know, if you join the military, you're going to be there's going to be a war. It's just your luck. There's going to be a war if you join the military. I was like, nah, there hasn't been a war in a million years. We're good. Don't worry about it. Of course, I went in. There was a war. And, of course, rather than her calling and making sure I'm okay, she called up and said, I told you so. I told you there'd be a war. I spent 4 years in the Air Force, got out in 1992, and went looking for jobs, and there was a freeze on hiring for air traffic controllers, which is what I was, in the radar approach control, and I couldn't find a job. I went and interviewed at car dealerships because I love cars, and the guy at the BMW dealership, literally after he saw me, walked out, told me, not interested, have a nice day, not even worth interviewing you, and was a jerk. I went to the Mercedes dealership, and a guy came out and basically asked where my parents were, said, you know, I needed to start washing cars before I think I can go sell cars. It was pretty humiliating, and then I saw a free real estate school sign hanging from a building, and my folks had known this guy too, so I went in and talked to the owner of this company, and he said, yeah, you can get your real estate license. It's $300 and take a test and you can go sell houses. I'm like, I'm not a salesperson. I mean, I'm an air traffic controller. I'm a technical guy. And he said, well, it's worth a shot. I mean, what else you got to do? I'm like, I got nothing. I can't get a job. I got $900 to my name, an American Express card, and I'm living with my parents after the Air Force. So, you know, help me out. And I've got a little 3 Series BMW slammed to the ground with 3 layers limo tin on it and 15-inch subwoofers in the back. I mean, I don't think I qualify as a realtor. And he said, no, get rid of that car, get a suit, and take this test and, you know, take this course. So I did. Got my license, became really good at it. But I went back to the foundation of my dad's business, which was take incredible care of your customers. Make them the pillar of your entire focus. Make sure that the customers know that you appreciate them and value the fact that they chose you. So whether it was doing plumbing or whether it was doing real estate, I took great care of my customers, even at 22 years old. And I went out and I sold a bunch of homes, knocking doors in the heat out into the desert to Moreno Valley, California. Knocking doors and getting yelled at, getting thrown off doorsteps, told to go to hell. I mean, you name it. One guy called the police on me because he didn't want me leaving stuff on his doorstep, and some of you are going to comment and say, yeah, you're that guy. I was that guy. And I did that for about 7 years, and I made an incredible living. And I was making, I'll just tell you, I was making, I think at 28 years old, I was making $150,000 a year, and I had 7 cars in my driveway, and I was single, and it was incredible. And then I got offered to be a manager, and I found out the manager got paid way less than what great salespeople. But a great guy I met came along and said, I'm going to teach you how to run a business. And I didn't go to college. I was in the Air Force. I didn't get to go to college by choice. I didn't go, and my folks didn't have a bunch of money to be sending me to a big college. So he says, I'm going to teach you how to run a business since you've never had that training, and it'll be like college, man. This guy was a multi-millionaire. And I said, dude, sign me up, man. And he told me how much it paid, and it was less than a third, maybe a quarter of what I was making. And I said, small step backwards for a couple giant steps forwards. I'll do it. And I figured if I do really well, he'll pay me more. And I ended up doing incredible. And I found out that what I love the most, my passion in life, is motivating and inspiring other people to achieve more. I always figured if I can do it, anybody can do it. So the 7 years I was out there selling real estate, I kept telling people, man, if I can do this, you can do this. Believe me, man, I can't match my socks in the morning. This is not that hard if you just focus on the customer, if you just have integrity, if you just get up early and stay up late and you just go out there and work every single day. Like, anyone can do this. And I did, and it ended up working really well. I became a manager. He taught me the business. I built many, 3 huge real estate offices by attracting great people and motivating and inspiring and really driving the best out of people. And then over time, I got the vice president job and went into executive leadership, and now I get to run a huge region with 2,500 plus people in it and 40 something offices, and I get to go out and just spend time with the people. I gave up my private office the day I got the job, and I have not been in one since. I am in my car every day, out with the people. I want to be on the ground. I want to be in the field, hanging out with my folks and helping them through their challenges and supporting them with their businesses. And I do big meetings, I do presentations like this one. What powerful emotion drives people to make sudden and often irrational decisions? So we're all really smart, very coherent in making decisions, oftentimes helping other people make decisions, and then something dramatic happens to us and we panic. And sometimes we don't even take our own advice that we gave someone else, and we start running for the hills. So I have this picture, and you all did not. I do seminars. I love motivational speaking. It's a passion to me, but I love it because what I'm able to do for other people and get them to experience the great things that I've experienced in my life, it brings me tremendous joy. And I know all this sounds really flowery and sentimental, but it's true, and anybody who knows me outside of this that's why I hate the negative commenters. It's like, just go away. Here's the deal: bring goodness to the world, help others, support others, have integrity, and work really hard and work really smart, and you'll be fine. With that said, you know, no college degree, everything's come harder for me. I don't know all the big words that everybody knows. I'm in meetings often where people are using huge words and, you know, amazing Excel spreadsheets, and these things are harder for me. So I've got to push a little harder. Now, I've learned a lot and I've gotten good at this stuff, but if anybody can get where I'm at right now, like if I can get where I'm at right now, anybody can get where I'm at right now and way further. So I'm not rich, I'm not wealthy, I want to get that done. I make a really, in my opinion, compared to, you know, my life growing up, I mean, you know, I make a pretty great living and doing something I really love doing. So with that, folks, that's what I do for a living, and I hope that gives the answers you all were looking for. You know, the questions might come back also, well, then why are you doing this YouTube thing? This is an outlet for me. This is fun. This is creative. I also love building businesses, and if I can build this business to where it's an actual profitable business, like, what an accomplishment that would be. All right, so now you're probably wondering, well, that's cool. How can I do that? And if that's on your mind, awesome. If not, you're just like, cool, and now I know what the dude does for a living. It makes sense. Right on. If you want to do the same thing, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do right now. If where you're working isn't paying you enough to be able to afford the things you want, then you need to find a way to make the money to buy the things you want. Probably at most regular jobs, you're never going to make enough money to buy a $90,000 car unless you know, live at your parents or something. It's just not. It's expensive nowadays, and in Orange County, California, it's really expensive. So here's what you do. You go get your real estate license, and it's cheap. Go online and just put in California real estate license, schools, pay the class, it's like $300, take the course, take the test, get it, walk into a reputable, good real estate company and get trained and hustle like you've never hustled before. Put your clients first, make it all about them, always deliver on your promises, and you will make more money than you've probably ever dreamed of. And frankly, at some point you hit a wall and you believe that you've gotten to where the most you can even ever achieve. That's kind of where I'm at, even though in my head I know that I can do more. I'm astonished that I'm even where I'm at right now and humbled by that, and I don't take it for granted. I believe I could do more, but I'm kind of like, I'm not going to test it, I'm not going to push it. I'm really cool where I'm at. I work with a lot of amazing people, I have a lot of fun every single day, so why screw with it? But so I'm not this big go out and take big risks guy. I am a 49-year-old guy that's shooting YouTube videos, which is probably the antithesis of the entire platform's objectives, is to have me out here doing this. But guess what? I'm doing it. I don't care how old I am. I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to collaborate with you all. And with that said, thank you so much for all of your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for all the positive comments. Hope this answers your questions and inspires some of you to go out and do what you want to do. And if frankly, if anybody wants any advice, or wants to give me advice, that's cool too, but wants any advice on how to succeed in business, you know, feel free to private message me. I'm happy to help you. My email's in here somewhere, and I'm happy to help and give direction advice. It's just who I am, and you know, sometimes it's hard to get back to, probably be hard to get back to everybody, but I'll do my best because I'm all about helping other people. So with that, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Tomorrow I'm dropping the car off to get the halos done and the demon eyes, so we will shoot another video for that and get back on track with the content. Thanks, take care, bye. Nice car, man. It's a Hellcat Redeye. So they stopped making a Demon in 18. So this is the Demon motor. I love this car. I just have to be at the gas station every hour. I had my order in for a GT500. You can't get them. You can't get them. Take care, man. Hey, get it under the hill, under this.